Hello and welcome everyone. I am Anisha. So today in this video we are going to learn about the preamble, okay? And this will be from Lucent General Knowledge. So let's get started. See, first of all, what you need to understand is that preamble, it is a written document, okay, which is included in the beginning of the Constitution. All right. So the preamble of the Constitution states the object, okay, the object which the Constitution seeks to establish and promote, and also aid the legal interpretation of the Constitution where the language is found ambiguous. So basically, preamble is an objective, okay, it provides an objective to the Constitution so that Constitution can take a help whenever it needed. All right, it is basically a written document which is included in the beginning of the Constitution, and it includes the ideals, objectives of the Constitution, which enables a reader to understand the Constitution. Like by reading the preamble, you will understand, okay, what are there inside the Indian Constitution, okay, because of this this preamble, sometime it is also been called as a soul or mirror of the Constitution, because whatever you will find inside the Constitution, you will find the content. It is kind of a content, okay. Preamble is kind of a content to the Indian Constitution, okay. So the ideals embodied in the objective resolution is faithfully reflected in the preamble of the Constitution. So the ideals which are written, which we'll find in the Indian Constitution, you will see all those ideals, so all those ideas and objectives, you will find all those are reflected in the preamble. For example, sovereign, socialist, secular, equality, liberty, justice, all you will find this in the preamble, okay, which is amended, and preamble was amended in 1976, okay. About that we will learn, and summarize the aims and objectives of the objects of the Constitution. So basically what you need to understand, preamble is a content, okay, it is a content to the Indian Constitutions. Whatever you will find in the when you read the Indian Constitution, you will find everything in detail, but you will find an outline, a brief idea about the Constitution if you go through the preamble, okay. So let us see. First we will see the text of the preamble, okay, this and we will discuss each of these key terms, keywords one by one. So we the people of India, so it started with we the people of India, okay, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens democratic republic, okay, this is repeated, sorry, secure all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution. So this is the text of the preamble, okay. And here you will find, if you observe it clearly, you will find the key words, the key terms which are there in the Indian Constitution. Sovereign, India is a sovereign country, isn't it? Socialist, secular, democratic, republic. So justice, liberty, equality, all these are written in the preamble, okay. So this is the text of the preamble, and it was adopted on the year 1949, 26th to November 1949, okay, and it was enforced on 26th January, okay. It was adopted on 26th of November, okay, but it was enforced on January, okay. It was enforced on January, means it was enacted in November and it was enforced in the month January, okay. So we'll see in detail about the preamble now. So after 1 month of its adoption, it was enforced on 26th of January 1950, okay. This is the enforcement day, okay. It was enforced on 26th January 1950. So it was adopted on 26th of November and enforced from 26th of January 1950. So let us see in detail about this preamble, okay. And this is a reminder to all of you to kindly subscribe to my channel, okay, so that you will get such contents regarding Indian Constitution. And also I also teach NCERT books from class 6 to 12. So let us see some facts of the preamble. Okay, the preamble specifies the source of authority, that is the people of India. See the text, as you if you can see the text, it started with "we the people," isn't it? It emphasized that. What does it emphasize? It emphasized the power of the people, isn't it? It emphasized that the power of the people, the system of government, the objectives to be attained by the political system, and the date of adoption and enactment of the constitution. So when you go through the preamble, you will find that the source is the people, and after that the system of government, the democratic republic, isn't it? It is mentioned there, and the objectives, justice, liberty, isn't it? And to attain this political system, the objectives to be attained by the political system, and the date of adoption, that is the 26th of November. So we get an idea, isn't it, when you look to the preamble. So through though preamble, it is not enforceable, so you should remember this, okay? It is not enforceable in the law. For example, when we have dealt with fundamental rights, we came to know that it is enforceable. That means if any of your rights are violated, you can go to the court, isn't it? We can go to the court and appeal it, and you can get justice. But this preamble, it is not enforceable. But what thing you have to remember, the key words here, if you look them carefully, the rights, these are enforceable, isn't it? There is equality of opportunity, so liberty of thought expression, which is mentioned in the preamble, so those terms are enforceable, isn't it? The terms are included under fundamental rights. So it provides a key to the understanding and interpretation of the constitution. So though the preamble is not enforceable, it provides us a guideline, okay? It provides us a guideline and to interpret the constitutions. Now in case of doubt, also Supreme Court has referred to the preamble to elucidate vague aspects of the constitution. In case of any doubt regarding any cases, Supreme Court have always referred to preamble. For example, in the case of Keshwanand Bharti case, okay, it has referred to the preamble of the constitution. So these were some of the facts. So we will see about this preamble in detail, okay, about the content of the preamble. It begins with "we the people of India," emphasizing what? Emphasizing the sovereignty of the Indian people, isn't it? The constitution which has made enforced, isn't it? It begins with the people of India and ends with the word "do hereby enact and give to ourselves the constitution." What does it mean? It means that the constitution was not enforced on us by anybody, okay, by any foreign power, like before India was ruled by the Britishers, isn't it, before 1947. But it shows that this text shows that it is not enforced to us, okay? It is not enforced to us by any foreign power. It is we the people, we the people who have adopted, okay, this preamble. So the people here, okay, the people of India are the source of the authority, okay? The people of India are the source of the authority of the country. All right, and it declares India as sovereign. See, what do you mean by sovereign? See, this these are the nature, okay? The sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, okay? These are what? These are the nature. It states that these are the nature of our constitution, isn't it? These are the nature of preamble. So let us see them one by one, okay? And aiming to secure again justice, isn't it? What justice? Social, economical, political, liberty. What liberty? Liberty of thought and expression, equality of opportunity, isn't it? Status and opportunity, and to promote fraternity among citizens. That means having the feeling of brotherhood, isn't it? So let us see all this term one by one, okay? Okay, one more thing, history and evolution about this preamble. The ideas of the preamble were inspired by Jawaharlal Nehru's objective resolution in 1947, and this preamble was adopted, as we have already discussed, okay, on 26 November 1949 by the Constituent Assembly. So here let us discuss the key words of the preamble. First, let us see about the sovereign. Okay, what do you mean by sovereign? See, as in the text of the preamble, you can see that we the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist and secular, isn't it? Secular, democratic and republic. These are the terms, isn't it, which are been written in the text of the preamble. So what do you mean by sovereign here? See, sovereign means the preamble declares India to be a sovereign state, which means that India is totally free. Okay, it is free from any control, whether internal or external. All right, whether internal or external, and it is a sovereign state. Okay, it is an independent state. India is an independent state and not subordinate to any external authority. That means it is free. Okay, it is free internally as well as externally. Just like other country, other major country, Russia, USA, Great Britain. Okay, India is free to form internal and external policy. Okay, and the ultimate power lies with the hands of the people. We should not forget. Okay, the ultimate power lies in the hands of the people. So it suggests, so sovereign means India is an independent country. Okay, whenever it want to adopt any kind of policy, it may be internal policy or external policy, no other country will forced on it. Okay, no other country will give any kind of force on it. India is free to adopt any policy, but it should always be for the betterment of the people. Next keyword, let us see, socialist. See, what do you mean by socialist? And this socialist, it was been added into the preamble with the 42nd amendment. Okay, with the 42nd amendment in the year 1976. Okay, in the year 1976, and India was been declared. Okay, with this amendment, India was been declared as a socialist country. So these words, it means that India was committed to establish a society which will be free from exploitation, isn't it? Which free from exploitation, in which there will be no unequal distribution of wealth. The people will get sufficient means to earn their livelihood. Productions of means should be under the public control, isn't it? And the people will be provided with social security in case of old age, sickness or unemployment, isn't it? So it is emphasized on social and economic equality through what? Through democratic means. Okay, so that is why India is also termed as a socialist country. Next, third keyword, let us see, secular. See, by the word secular, see, before this was also been added with 42nd amendment in the year 1976, but right after the independent, India was already a secular country, isn't it? It was stated in fundamental rights also, isn't it? So India is already it was before adding this term also, India was already a secular country. Okay, so what happened? India has been declared as a secular country, but India was secular even before this constitutional amendment, isn't it? No religion was been accepted as a state religion by the constitution, and also there is no importance given to any major religion. All religions are treated equally, isn't it? It guaranteed freedom of religion and equal treatment of all religion, and this you can see in fundamental rights under article 25 to 28, that is under right to religious freedom, isn't it? So India is a secular country. And next term, that is democratic. See, I hope all of you are familiar with this term democratic, isn't it? As our India is also a what? Democratic country, isn't it? So the preamble also, it ensures governance by the people through elected representative. It also, through the preamble, it also reflects that India is a democratic country and the representative will always be chosen by the people. The ultimate source of power are the people, isn't it? Like power is in a democratic state, or in a democratic state or country, you will see that the power is not in the hands of a single individual or a group, isn't it? It is rather vested in the hands of the people. So the source of power here are the people, and they make use of their power by doing what? By choosing their representative, isn't it? By choosing their right representative for a fixed tenure, isn't it? For a fixed tenure, that is for a period of 5 years, isn't it? 5 years through what? Through universal adult franchise, that is right to vote, isn't it? Once you reach the age of 18, you have the right to vote. So this is under the democratic country, isn't it? So India is a democratic country, so we have these provisions. So next we have next nature, that is republic. So what do you mean by republic? India is a republic. So it means that, see, republic means supreme power again raised with the people. Okay, it is on the hands of the people. So here the president, the head of the state, that is the president, is elected, not hereditary monarch. Means it has been elected by the people, though the president is elected indirectly, but it has been elected by the people, isn't it, for a fixed tenure, and he makes his power on use by giving advice to the Council of Ministers, isn't it, which will be again responsible before the Lok Sabha in the House of the People. And there again you will again Lok Sabha, we choose the leader, isn't it, and the leader becomes our Prime Minister. So India is a republic country. That means in India the head of the state, that is president, it is elected, but it is not hereditary. It means that president's sons will not become the next president. The president will be elected indirectly by the people. Only then he will become the head of the state. Okay, that means India is not a monarchical country where the head used to be the king or the queen, isn't it, India, but India is a republic country. So I hope these keywords are clear. Sovereign, that means we are free, isn't it? India is an independent country. Socialist, equal distribution of wealth, social and economic equality should be brought, isn't it, through democratic means. Secular, no religion is given any special treatment or special importance. All religions are equal. There is no state religion. Democratic, it ensures that governance should be by the people through their representative, isn't it, which they choose for a fixed tenure of period of 5 years through universal adult franchise. They have the right to vote. And last, that is the republic, that is the head of the state is the president. It is also elected. They are not hereditary, isn't it? So these were the keywords, okay, keywords, that is the nature of the preamble. Next, let us see the next part of the text. Okay, the next part of the text, that is the objectives of, those are the objectives of the constitutions. Okay, this is the next part, isn't it? The preamble aims to secure justice, that is social, economical and political, isn't it? So this is the first, justice, to secure justice. This is the first and foremost objective, okay, to secure justice for the people of India, so that they will be able to make development of their personality. So what happens if the people will be developed themselves? The country will be developed, isn't it? So that is why justice is ensured. And here social justice, what do you mean by social justice? By social justice we mean to abolish all type of discrimination, okay, on the basis of caste, color, creed, sex, place of birth or religion, okay. And here economic justice, what do you mean by the term economic justice? It means that equal and adequate means, okay, of livelihood are given to all, and exploitation of all kind is ended. Means everyone is treated equally, okay. Here also it is treated equally. And these, in order to provide this social and economic justice, you have a separate part, isn't it, that is on the part 4 of your constitution, that is the DPSP, isn't it, Directive Principles of State Policy. Here under article 36 to 51, isn't it, it is article 36 to 51, everything is been provided, isn't it, every guidelines has been provided to the government so that they can adopt policy which will ensure social and economic development of the people. And political justice, it has been ensured by fundamental rights, isn't it, it has been ensured by the fundamental rights. So in this political justice also, there will be like no one will be discriminated, isn't it, everyone will be equal. They will have equality to right to vote once they reach the age, isn't it, they have right to contest election, they have right to hold public office, and also to have right to criticize the government, isn't it, right to criticize the government, and right to inform, isn't it, right to information, and right to equality before the law. All these things comes under political justice, okay. So I hope this justice, the term justice of this preamble is clear, how it is related with social, economical and political. Next we have liberty, isn't it? Under liberty, what were the texts that we have? Liberty of thought, expression, belief and faith and worship, isn't it? So under liberty of thought, every individual in India has been given liberty of thought, and whatever he have in his mind he can express, and that is again given under article 19, isn't it, if that is under fundamental rights on chapter 3 of Indian Constitution. And next we have liberty of expression. This is also, it is under article 19A, isn't it? You have free to express, isn't it, through what? Through newspapers, magazines, and to assemble peacefully. All these things are provided by the Constitution to you under article 19A, that will be under fundamental rights, isn't it? Next is, in case of liberty, what we have? Liberty of belief and faith. See, belief and faith, people are free, isn't it? People are given freedom for their belief and also to adopt any kind of religion which they wanted. And next also we have liberty of worship. See, all these words, see, you have, it is included in the text of the preamble. Okay, here I'm explaining all those terms now. Okay, here, see, liberty of thought, we have explained expression, isn't it? Belief, faith and worship. All right, I hope it is clear now. So that is the second part of this preamble. Okay, second part of the preamble, and it is also the objectives of the preamble. Okay, under liberty of worship you have a right to religious freedom, and that is from article 25 to 28, isn't it? So here people are guaranteed the liberty of worship, and for this purpose they can establish places of worships like temples, gurdwara, church, mosque. See, people can build temple, isn't it? No one will come, the state will not come and say you cannot build temple or anything. They are free to do, they are free to do worship. So it all ensures, and these are all ensured under article 25 to 28, and these are all enforceable. Why? Because these are all included under fundamental rights. Okay, and next we have equality, isn't it? That is equality. So equality in case of status and opportunity, isn't it? Equality of status and opportunity. So according to this here, if you again see, you will see all these things are provided already there in the Indian Constitution, that is under fundamental rights, isn't it? So here again, equality in which article it is? It is under article 14, isn't it? Article 14. Article 14. So article 14, it ensures equality of status, isn't it? So everybody shall be equal before the law, isn't it? Again, article 15, it says, what does it say? The state shall not discriminate against any citizens on grounds of religion, race, caste, place of birth, or anything, isn't it? Or regional. They are all treated equally, isn't it? There will be equality. So just like that we have till article 18, isn't it? Like article 17, it abolished untouchability, and article 18, it abolished all types of titles. So in case of opportunity also, it is under article 16, isn't it? Article 16, everyone will be given equal opportunities, provided equal opportunities for all the citizens, isn't it? In matters relating to employment or appointment to any office under the state, isn't it? And they will not be discriminated on grounds of religion, race, caste, or place of birth. Everyone will be treated equally, isn't it? So next we have, that was about equality, and next we have promote fraternity, isn't it? To promote fraternity. So this preamble, it stresses to promote fraternity also among the people of India, so that the Indians will be able to rise, okay, they will be able to rise the narrow feelings of communalism or lingualism or regionalism, okay, which was there, which was prevailed in the Indian society due to what? Due to the policy of divide and rule of the Britishers, so that they rise above this narrow feeling. This fraternity word has been included in the Indian Constitution, okay, so that they will have have a feeling of brotherhood, and they will be able to promote fraternity among the people of the India, and they will rise above these narrow feelings of communalism and all these communal rights which happens all because of those things, isn't it? If we started considering everyone is equal, everyone is our brother, if we have a brotherly feeling for everyone, then no such hatred feeling will come against another religion, isn't it? So in order to maintain peace in the society, fraternity word is been included in the preamble, okay, and to this fraternity is included. Why? To maintain unity and integrity of the nation, isn't it? So that the nation will be united. Otherwise the nation have suffered a lot because of the policy of divide and rule, isn't it? And integrity. See, India has been for a prolonged period of time, isn't it? For a prolonged period of time, what happens? India has been they has been remained as a slave, isn't it, for a long time, slave of whom? Slaves of the Britishers, isn't it? And because of that there was this unity in the society. So in order to prevent all those things and to make them held high, to make their integrity high, isn't it, these words are being included, so that they don't feel again the victims of inferiority complex, isn't it? And as they have been as they have remained slave for prolonged long time, so this unity and this unity will affect the society again. So in order to make them integrated, in order to make them unity, all these rights are also been provided to the individual, so that they can develop themselves, they can uplift themselves, so that they can health high, isn't it? They can health high and they can feel high also. That is why people are also the ultimate source of power, isn't it? The power are been given to the people. Before, otherwise what happened? India, when India was under Britishers, the people don't have any rights. Only few rights were given to only rich and educated people. Otherwise the other, they do not have rights, and women, they do not possess any kind of rights. So that is why when India become free and they were writing the constitution, they felt the need that rights should be given, the ultimate right should be given to the people. The people should have the power to choose their representative. So that is why India is a representative form of democracy, isn't it? So these were some of the key words or key terms that is included in your preamble, that is written in your preamble. I hope all these things are clear. Okay, here one more thing is that status and interpretation. In the Berubari case, the Supreme Court held the preamble was not a part of the constitution, but later in the Keshwanand Bharti case 1973, it declared it was a part of constitution. See, in a Berubari case, see here Pakistan, they claim that as this was in the West Bengal, okay, and they claim that this village is in the east, it lies in the eastern Pakistan, so they should be given this. So while giving the decision in related with this Berubari case, what the Supreme Court has held, that the Supreme Court stated that preamble is the key to open the mind of the makers, okay, but it cannot be considered as a part of the constitution. See, at that time the Supreme Court has held like that, but later in the case of Keshwanand Bharti case, it has used the preamble, okay, it has declared that preamble, it is also a part of the constitution, okay. So this is the importance of preamble, okay. And amendments, okay, there are amendments happened on the year 1976, as I have already told you, through 42nd amendment, and the words socialist, secular and integrity are been added, okay, added to the preamble to strengthen its ideological framework of the preamble. Okay, so with this we have completed our class, and I hope you have understood. In case of any doubt, you can ask in the comment section, okay, I'll clarify it. And thank you for watching. And yes, before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel so that I can bring more content, okay. And thank you for watching. See you again in the next class.